what can young people like me do with their lives today? A lot of things, obviously. So they can play sports, they can learn new things at school, as well as explore technologies. But the most daring thing that they could do is to create and join communities which can help cure the terrible disease of loneliness and indifference. Today I'm visiting a place where young people get the opportunity to try out new things which probably they won't be able to try out anywhere else. I am at the annual camp organized by the National Organization of Russian Scouts, short for NORS.
Well, NORS was started in Russia during the Tsar's time in 1909. Oleg Ivanovich Pantyukhov was the founder. He was commissioned by the Tsar after Baden-Powell had started scouting 2 years earlier. In England, the Tsar Nicholas commissioned Oleg Ivanovich Pantyukhov, who was an army officer, to start the movement in Russia. So it started in St. Petersburg, Tsarskoye Selo to be exact, which I visited with a couple of our scoutmasters, and it's been going overseas since then. And most of the people that are here were from the Chinese diaspora, where a lot of the scoutmasters found themselves when the revolution started. So, and then they came to Australia, and I joined in 1963, and I'm still going.
52 years!
52 years. I was 15 when I joined, and I turned 68 on the last day of camp. So yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
Wow. Wow, that is amazing. So why are you in the Scouts for that long?
Okay, that's an excellent question. If you look around you, some of the people that you possibly have already interviewed are friends from my teen years. We've all come up. Our sons and daughters have come and gone. Some have stayed, some have gone on. And it's the camaraderie, the friendship that scouting affords and builds that has lasted this long. So we just keep going as long as we can and pass it on to the next generations.
The first Norse Scout troop in Australia was organised in 1949 when recently migrated people were in need of a community support, as well as a chance to adapt to the new life without forgetting the importance of the life they left back at their homeland.
Well, for the last 52 years I was part of it, I grew up in it, and now I'm leading the organisation, which is flourishing and it's growing strength to strength, and we've got upcoming leaders who are going to take over our spot.
What makes Scouts so interesting and entertaining for kids that there's so much kids around me right now?
Well, it's a big family. When the kids get together, they live with their own rules, regulations, and we've got laws which they live by, and we are isolated from the world, and we've got our own world which is away from the rat race. So that's why it's so unique. So we're living completely away from the city life.
In Scouts, you definitely learn a lot of skills, a lot of new ways. Have you ever used them yourself in your life?
Definitely. It's a leadership training. From the age of 7, you're trained to be a leader, responsible, and as you grow, it happens in your life. In my case, it's helped me in my profession, which is in construction. And again, by knowing this leadership, you manage to manage your own companies, and that's how. And plus, the reason is you do know a lot of people. If you are a scout, you are trusted, and that's the key factor of any person who's been through scouting. Scouts can be trusted. They're honest and they live by the law of scouting.
The annual camps totaled up to 250 members, boys and girls, with NORS becoming one of the most active organisations in Australia. NORS promotes spiritual, social, cultural and physical development of the youth. The main attention is given to the maintenance of the Russian language and the rich, centuries-old culture. Some of the activities of the Scouts program include learning first aid, mushroom picking, parades such as on the Day of St. George and St. Olga, as well as campfires where songs and skits are performed.
I've been in Scouts for about 8 years now, and my rank is experienced, so I'm in the senior patrol now as well.
So what does this rank mean?
So this rank means that you're proficient in most of the scouting skills like bush cooking, campfires, construction, knots and first aid, things like that.
So that seems like something that you would have to have a long time to learn. How long have you been in Scouts for?
So I've been in Scouts for about 8 years.
8 years. So why do you go to Scouts?
I come to Scouts to learn different skills that you might not learn in the real world. as well for friends and to have a good time and relax for a while.
So, what is the best thing about Scouts for you personally?
The best thing about Scouts is definitely the leadership aspect of it. I think the skills you gain there are really useful and can really help you in the future.
My son Emmanuel is part of the camp population. Emmanuel is the only child, and it's good for him to be among other children of his type and age group. And the camp is really friendly and nice place.
So, is that the best thing about the camp?
Part of the camp is the fact that you're in among nature. We live in a city which is really restricted. It's very handy for us and my wife, but for kids, I think it's really good to get out and rough it up a bit.
The program is filled completely, so by the end of the day we fall asleep immediately, but so we go on hikes, we swim, we play games, everything. There's every day is amazing. We wait with anticipation. I think my most favorite thing about Scouts is that it's balanced between fun and leadership. So they teach you things, very important things that you will need in the future. But at the same time, it's really fun and they don't overload you. And it's really amazing here.
This year, special attention is being given to the Russian culture, with the annual camp being themed The Slavs. The ancient Eastern Slavs are the ancestors of Russians, Ukrainians, and Belarusians. There were several different Slav tribes, each of the tribe living in different parts of Eurasia. For instance, the Krivichi lived near the Dnieper River, while the Polyania lived in the Podniprovia. Each Scouts troop is named according to the theme, and the whole camp is a competition between the troops, building alliances in hopes of becoming the champion.
The Scouts motto is that everyone helps each other. The oldest Master Scouts help and teach younger Scouts, passing on the traditions and teaching them. So everybody's got a part to contribute. The educational part of the camp teaches young people important life skills, such as team building, team leadership, and team spirit, which will definitely benefit them in their future. After the camp ends, everyone will take a small part of the camp back with them, keeping it deep in their heart. Build friendships, communicate, and cherish every moment that life gives you.